Here is the best way to put back or collect coins for your grandkids and your kids or any of your family members or just friends that are younger that might grow up one day and inherit your coin collection. Not only am I a coin dealer, I am also a dad and I am a grandpa. So I get the idea of trying to collect and leave to your children, but also trying to get them interested in the hobby in general. Because all children have an interest. All family members have an interest in something. So I'm going to share with you what I think is the best way to collect if that's the way you're collecting. If you're wanting to get them interested in it and you want to leave them something and you want to spoil them. So let's get started. First off, this is a picture of my grandpa. Now he passed in the 1960s. I never was able to meet him. They called him Mac, for McKinley was his name, Malone, and he was born in 1896, and here he is in his uniform from World War I. Now, my idea was that I could take this picture, I can crop it, Photoshop, and I can actually print out something like this, or something like this. And what I did is I cut it around. I got a common date silver dollar that you can purchase for around 40 bucks, 30 bucks in that range. And I got a snap tight here that I could actually glue. And I cut it out and put it in here. Now I could, if I wanted to, put some more information about Grandpa on this side. Now this could be done for every single family member. And I chose the peace dollar because of being after World War II. That's why it's a peace dollar. Kind of commemorates the peace of World War I or the end of World War I. Now I could have put this information here, right above. And I made this myself. And what I'm trying to say is, I understand some of you may not be computer savvy, but what if your grandchild is? What if you could say, look, do you care to make these for me, for family members? Your grandpa and your great-grandpa and a little bit of history, and I'll write it up and work on a project together and make these together. Look, I'll show you this. Instead of buying this in display cases and overpaying for this stuff, you can do what I'm doing right here for under 50 bucks. Maybe even under 40 if you play it really smart. And have something that's actually worth something to you and your family. And a project together. Here's Wizard Coin Supply. You can do this at eBay. You can do this at JP's Corners. You can buy this stuff a lot cheaper. The display boxes and things. And here are the boxes. They sell them over here, and you can get them for, like I said, you can see the prices. They sell the wooden boxes as well. And here they are. You can literally display these with your family members and the history on each family member. And you can glue these shut so that they don't just open up or fall apart too. And literally have a project. Now, not only that, you could also, if they like Pokemon, print off their favorite Pokemon characters or baseball stars or football stars or celebrities and do the same thing. And try to find a coin that is related to that star, whether it be, maybe they've got a coin. Maybe it's a football team. Whatever it might be, you can create collectibles, family collectibles for your family members and actually work on a project together, have fun together, enjoy the hobby together, instead of just making a company rich and millionaires because they overcharge for their stuff and send clean coins, don't tell you they're clean coins. They don't care if you know anything about coins or not. They hope you don't know much about coins. But they, overpricing things and their holders. You don't need companies like that to have fun with the hobby and to put things back for your family or to do something with your family with the hobby. I mean, you can buy a Whitman penny book and start filling it up too. I mean, you can do that together. You can try to add in other ways of collecting, but this is just a different way of collecting that I came up with myself because I have pictures of my family members, and I even have a picture of my dad and my grandpa in 1937 when my dad was 3 years old, and they're in a ferry that went across the Portsmouth and went across the bottoms where it was so flooded during the flood. You couldn't get anywhere unless she was in a ferry boat. And even then, Portsmouth was flooded. And I thought that was kind of amazing. That would be nice to commemorate that image into something like this and have a whole display where not just go through pictures, but actually have silver along with it that kind of represent that time and that era. I can pick out a 1930 something half dollar and put it in a holder and in a picture next to it and a little bit of information on the back about what the picture's about. To me, that would be a fun collection. Now, it's not going to mean anything to everybody else, but it will to the family, and you don't have to do it with all your coins. This is just something that you might use to create interest and to spark the thought that they might want to keep this because this is actually a part of their family now. Maybe something that even they circulated and handled while they were alive. That would be even cool too. So let me know in the comments what you think. So thanks for watching my latest video. Please like, share, and comment, and have a great day.